Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles, but after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX.
Are you ready?
The two groups despised each other, and after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is gonna happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart!
And what an ovation for the 21-year veteran who debuted at the age of 19 in 1976 in Calgary.
Shawn Michaels would not allow D-Generation X to accompany him to the ring tonight, and likewise, Bret Hart would not allow the Hart Foundation to accompany him either.
You know, this is not about the money. This might not even be about the title.
These two men truly believe in their hearts that they are the better man.
Come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. This is all about power. You know it, and I know it.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again? There is so much electricity in the air here tonight in Montreal. This is always going to be a big match for both Shawn and Brett, but squaring off in Montreal only adds to the importance of tonight. This isn't just a huge match for both these men. This may be one of the biggest matches we've ever seen in WWE.
Yeah, the title almost feels secondary tonight, which is crazy to even say out loud. This feud has been boiling for years, and it never seems like it will fully be settled. I know this is going to be one we'll talk about for years.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
Quick pin, championship on the line. Oh, kick out.
Likely just trying to sap out some energy with that cover.
Oh. Just from a style standpoint, Brett and Shawn are totally opposite. Brett's slow and methodical with a technical approach versus Shawn's fast, explosive offense.
We also know that neither of them is above doing whatever it takes to get the advantage. We could go back and forth about which style is better, but it all boils down to simply who wants it more.
Ooh, nice Russian leg sweep.
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Brett and Shawn use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Well, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Brett and Shawn have called each other.
The momentum is squarely on him. Man's side now.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
With the counter. His Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game.
Michaels doing what he can to keep his pace in this matchup. DDT plants them.
That split him open, and he's becoming a crimson mess now.
Beautiful side Russian leg sweep.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out.
And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts.
And that was some brutal impact on that DDT. He answers right back. And slides back into the ring.
Caught in the crossfire, the ultimate hazard of donning the stripes.
And crashing to the floor goes Shawn.
Exiting the ring. Impressive awareness from him.
Quick takedown. This has got to be demoralizing for Michaels.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution.
Oh, down by the DDT.
Ooh, nice Russian leg sweep.
He needs to get in the ring before the count runs out.
He beats the count, barely.
Takedown, and that was an efficient display of offense with that maneuver. This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional. But recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
Turning point was WrestleMania, Cole, when Brett was screwed out of the title in that Iron Man match. If the score is tied at the buzzer, it is a draw, and the title should have remained with Brett.
Figure 4. Leg lock.
Perfectly executed submission hold. Locked in deep. Look, needs to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold.
Boom!
And something Brett has to know is all the attributes Shawn possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter.
I've never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him... it's even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series.
And he gets set back into the ring.
Crushing the knee there. Beautiful side Russian leg sweep.
And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about...
The Hitman now taking his opponent down. Grapevine locked in. Sharpshooter applied.
Applying torturous amount. He makes the choice to abandon the hold. He's heading to the top turnbuckle. From the top. Elbow drop. Hitman staying on the attack.
Michaels looking racked with pain. The Hitman remaining a step ahead.
Driving a fist to the stomach changes things around.
Snap suplex.
Thinking of going high risk here.
Wants to finish this.
And Brett off the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, took down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
And now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
Hart avoids the offense.
Yokes up their opponent. Driven down with a sidewalk slam.
Shawn Michaels has run into trouble, though HBK can turn this around. And Bret gets countered, and he's finally found an answer to this offensive storm.
Could be the table turner Shawn desperately needed.
Dropped with a scoop slam. Ooh!
Uh-oh. Defiant counter from HBK.
Great job refocusing to reverse that.
Oh, quick crucifix.
The excellence of execution, looking to cinch it in. Can he turn his opponent over? Yes.
And the ropes will break the hold.
He certainly wanted to keep that submission on longer.
Cover for the title.
He's got the ropes, and the pin is broken.
Oh, man!
And now the Hitman is dissecting the opposition.
And Bret cannot be stopped right now.
Driven down with a sidewalk slam.
The Hitman now perhaps looking to spike his opponent.
Pile driver. Bret's bent on destroying. They're going to shut this down.
Bret retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Bret is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.